Welcome, Stephanie. Thank you for joining me for this interview for the RPSG Education Biobank. I've got a few questions for you, but please do tell us who are you and what is your background?
Hi Ava, thank you for having me. I'm really grateful to be a part of this really exciting project that you have at the moment. So I'm Stephanie Parsons, and my background is that I'm a medical sociologist. So my PhD research looked at the emotional management of suffering during the organ donation process. And this included research with a range of healthcare professionals such as specialist nurses of organ donation, recipient coordinators and donor family coordinators as well. And of course this also included organ recipients and donor families, and particularly the recipients that took part in my research were kidney and liver recipients. So my research is interested in how people involved in this process emotionally manage the process wherever they're at within the donation journey. So that's what I'm really interested in. So this would include things like illness narratives as well. So yeah, a bit about my background.
I see, yeah. So that's how you're linked to the kidneys as well.
Mm-hmm.
What does your current main job entail?
So my current job is that I'm a senior lecturer. So I lecture in health-related studies and also psychology. So alongside that, I'm one of the co-conveners for the British Sociological Association study group Deconstructing Donation, and I'm also a chartered psychologist. So main job is lecturing, and then, as you can tell, my academic background and research kind of is within the social sciences and psychological studies as well.
What is your role in kidney care?
So as an academic who researches emotions, illness narratives and grief, for example, I'm interested particularly in how kidney patients manage the process. So for example, this could include their experiences of being on dialysis, or kidney patients who are also waiting to go onto the transplant list, or kidney recipients who have received a donation, whether it's live or a deceased donation. So I'm interested in the emotions and the complexities of the process that maybe we don't often get to hear about. So for example, donations, as of course people watching this, or as you might know, that organ donation is framed mainly as giving a gift of life. So this idea of giving a gift, and part of what my research does is look at how this places certain pressures on people within the process. So for example, I'm interested in how kidney recipients who receive a donation may also feel guilt or may experience grief after they've received a donation. So there are areas that we are yet to know more about.
Thank you very much for looking into that and keeping everyone updated through the articles I'm sure that you're publishing.
I definitely need to do some more of that.
What is the latest research in your field?
So, as I'm lucky enough to be involved as a co-convener for Deconstructing Donation, I get to have an insight into quite a range of research that's currently going on within the field. So just to name some broad areas for you, would include sort of course research on emotions and gift of life, but also research on stem cell donor research, blood donation, and also improving kidney donation rates, particularly across society in relation to areas of race and socio-economic backgrounds as well.
What advances would you like to see in kidney care?
So in terms of what advances I'd like to see in kidney care would absolutely include better emotional support for kidney patients, and not just kidney patients but also partners and family members as well who also are party to this process. So a better understanding of this process in terms of also letter writing in donation as well. So thanking donor families for a donation, for example. Those experiences are really, really important to understand more about. And I'm also interested in how, as I said earlier about the framing of donation as a gift, I'm interested in the temporal framings of this process. We often assume that the start of the process, the end of the process, receiving a donation, and that being it, when actually this process has a residual tension. So I think it's important to give voice to that. So those tensions around grief, particularly if it's a deceased donation, guilt if it's a live donation. So it's to also not just to talk about the positives, which of course there are lots and lots of positives to this, but I think it's important to highlight the areas that we are yet to hear more about in relation to how kidney recipients emotionally manage the process.
Thank you for being willing to take part in this interview. Thank you for being willing to contribute to the Biobank.
Brilliant, thank you. I'm really, really pleased that I was offered the opportunity. Thank you so much.